Hey guys, welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to try and teach you how to beat an intermediate chessbot. I'm playing the Nelson chessbot here in front of me, rated 1300, and usually Nelson is trying to be very aggressive, which is something that you can encounter in other players around 1300 level. Doesn't necessarily have to be that every 1300 player is very aggressive. But I'm going to show you how to beat Nelson. So first of all, I play the Vienna, of course, which is knight c3. Some players play knight f3, which is also fine. So as you can see, one of the things that Nelson tries to do very soon is get ace colors made. Even if he's playing with black, he doesn't mind. He's just gonna play this the same move. Here, of course, because I went knight c3 first, I'm also already protecting the e4 pawn, so I can simply play knight f3, and I am defending everything here. He has to move back, or here, yeah, which is probably also not very good because I can just kick him away again. So one of the things is, if your opponent plays like this for real, what you want to do is obviously try to punish him as quickly as possible, and try to take advantage of his aggressive playing style as quickly as possible. I could play knight d5, for example, trying to go here and fork him, but I guess he will see that, but I could play it. It's I think it should be fine. Yeah, let's just do it. He's probably gonna see it and move the queen. Okay, he does not move the queen, so now you already beat Nelson right now. So yeah, congratulations. That was everything that it takes to beat Nelson, and yeah. So okay, he just allows this as well. Interesting. Okay. Here I'm probably just going to castle, or develop, I mean, of course. Castling is not yet possible. Okay, I'm just gonna take that one, and okay, he malfunctions completely. Okay, yeah, what do we do? I don't know. Let's just bring out the bishop. He can take, but yeah. I can castle. I don't think there's any danger here. Should be fine. Yeah, I can just take that. So. Yeah, so as you can see, Nelson is an example of a bot that plays very aggressively, which is not always a good thing. There are other bots though. I will play another bot in like after this game, of course, and then I will show you how that bot performed against me. So what do we do here actually? I can push, and if he moves anywhere here, I am completely ready to move the bishop. Okay, let's push. I guess it's fine. He can take because he's in check. I can't really push though, which is a bit annoying. There. Okay. How about, are we gonna try to trick him somehow? What about this move? Okay, let's go for this move. I can probably just yeah, just pin him now, and then maybe, I don't know, do something like this. Is there a better move? There's no checkmate or anything, right? I can just pin him and win this. Okay, he goes here for the crazy sacrifice, which doesn't do anything, but sure, okay. His king is almost completely cut off, which is nice. If I can somehow keep guarding this square, maybe I'll go here, try to go for this this piece. Okay, he goes here, makes sense, I guess. Yeah, what do we do? Okay, let's just go all the way back. Let's just keep preventing him from going back, which I think is pretty good. Yeah, I think this is just mate somehow. Isn't it? Isn't this mate? It almost is, probably, right? Oh, you can block, of course. Yeah, okay, so what about this move? Okay, so no mate yet, but yeah, okay, let's just retreat, I guess. He still can't go here, which is nice. He can go here, but then I can, I don't know, probably just here. Just yeah, he goes here, which is also probably bad because I can simply still once again do this. Yeah, something like this. Now it should be some sort of forced mate here, should it? Isn't this mate? This is mate, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that is one way to beat Nelson. We can quickly analyze this game. I mean, yeah, he pretty much gave away his queen on like move 5 or something, I don't know. We played with a 90.2 as a 76, and he played as a with a 76%. We played as a 2100, and he played as a 900. And yeah, I mean, this is just he gave away his queen. So you know, this is one way to defeat Nelson. Just be careful about the certain tricks he's trying to impose on you. And this is all good. We were able to. Okay, so apparently here's a maiden 6. If I go here. Yeah, I mean, it was already a mate still here. If I went here once more, I have to somehow bring my pieces to the party, of course. Yeah, I took it a little bit slow, and also this is not the best thing, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah. I should have gone here, of course, to check. This was maybe a little bit better. Still, this worked as well, and now there was a mate because of this, and yeah. So this is how you beat the Nelson bot. Let's try to play one other bot here. Let's go for, let's see, let's take like a 1600 rated bot. Let's take, for example, Joel. Okay. I have no idea. I don't think this bot has a particular playing style, but yeah, this is obviously quite a strong bot. Of course, he's 1600, so that's not bad. This is already a very strange move, but okay. Wow. This is, I don't think I've ever seen this, but okay. I can take, and then here, but then there's this. Let's just develop the knight. Should be fine. He goes here. I can pin him, probably. Okay. Is he really gonna go here? Then he can trap my bishop, right? So here he traps my bishop. So let's take, I guess. Guess we have to take, or we could have also retreated probably, but you know. Okay, let's do something like this. This should be fine. Maybe not the best thing to do, but this should be fine. I can now go here, maybe. I can also try to go here, which he allows, probably because he has g6. So yeah, this pawn is protected though. Wondering how I should play this. Here's this, and that's probably not good, huh? I can just develop a knight and then castle, but yeah, I don't know. I can also go for this move, try to fork him somehow. How do you defend that fork? I don't know. Is there a way to defend this? Just push or push. So let's say push. Takes. Yeah, I don't know if I want that to be fair. Here's maybe a little bit annoying, huh? Okay, let's go for f4, which looks a little bit strange. Probably is, but let's go for it anyways. Okay, but that is just a mistake. Okay, well there you go. I mean, this is one way to defeat a. Yeah, I don't even have to. I can just take this. Yeah, I can just take this. So, okay, so that is how you defeat a 1600 bot. I mean, in both of these games we had quite an early queen capture, so that is obviously a bit of luck as well as skill, of course. I think obviously 1600 players might drop certain tactics like that sooner than higher rated players, of course. So, yeah. What do we do here? How do we, okay, maybe this move. Go for this. Okay. Okay, he does it like this. That makes sense, I guess. That makes some sense, I guess. Okay. Now we could maybe, I'm looking at a move like this, trying to get my pieces active here. I mean, he doesn't have a queen, so I can probably play this, but yeah. Okay, maybe okay, I can't really play this because there's a bishop. So let's go here first, maybe. Yeah, let's do it like this. Let's go here first. This bishop, he has the worst bishop ever. He has the worst rook ever. And this rook, I don't know how he just played this. Maybe to play this or something, but you know, that is not gonna work, so, you know. Now this move he can't take because he's pinned. Yeah, and then he goes here, which makes some sense, I guess. Okay, I actually have to be... Okay, he should have probably taken with the other pawn. I have to be a little bit careful here about with this bishop, of course. So maybe what do I do? Let's see. I want to get rid of this bishop. How do I do it? What do we do here? Let's see. I want to do something like this, but I can't really do that right now. Okay, maybe I'll go for this, and then maybe something like this, or something similar. Okay, yeah, this is a bad move too, because now I can put my my bishop here on a very nice outpost, of course. Although it doesn't really do a whole lot here in the start of this. Okay, I'm gonna go here and then push. Okay, he doesn't allow it. He wants to take my bishop as well, which is, or my knight, of course, which makes sense. I could. Okay, so let me take this and then just take here. Which is probably good. He can't do this because I take here, so he has to go here indeed, and then I can take this maybe. I can also maybe just push and then put my knight here, and then try to get some sort of checkmate in. There is this move, but I guess I can just move. Okay, he goes here, attacking my rook. Should I mind this? I might not even look at this. I might sacrifice my rook and go for knight g6, because then I can take this rook. And then if he goes back, I can just take probably. I can also push. No, I can't. Okay. I can also sacrifice, which is maybe the simplest thing to do. So one very instructive thing to do is, if you are up material, you can in 9 out of 10 times simply sacrifice, and yeah, should be enough to win the game. So here, if he goes here, I can simply go here. Okay, he does this, which is also fine. Let me go here, try to take this. One of the things that is usually good to do is to cut the king off. So if he doesn't step out right now, which he does, which is fine. But if he did not do that, I would probably go to the 7th rank and just cut him off and just prevent him from coming down, which is also very nice, of course. Now I can go here, he goes here, and then exactly like I mentioned, I'm cutting him off, and then I can simply slowly bring my king, which is should be just fine, as long as I don't drop any pawns here or any pushes. I should be careful that he doesn't push, of course, but yeah. And now I have 2 passed pawns and an extra rook, so I'm gonna win this game quite easily. There's also, I mean, I could also, like for example, if he goes back right now, I could also, yeah, he doesn't do it, but you know, you can also try to mate him sooner already. Yeah, now he goes here, I can just take. He can go here, but yeah, it's a little too late. Even though your king gets active, you know, it's a little too late. Now I can go here, and I can restrict him to go I can restrict him to go down, and now he can only move his piece here, and then I can simply promote. And yeah, let's say I go here, for example. Okay, he should have gone towards the rook, but he doesn't. Now I can promote the rook, and as you can see, quite an instructive game, I think. We can also analyze this one, and oops, okay, don't know what happened there, but my chess.com decided not to analyze this game. Okay, yeah, there you go. So yeah, we played this game with an 82 as a 2250. He played this game as a 1200 with a 76.9. I mean, he underperformed a little bit, but yeah, that's what happens. So f5 is already a really strange move. The best thing apparently here is to take, and I did see this, but there's of course just this, which is not as good. But maybe you can take advantage of this this weak diagonal here right now, because you never really want to push your f pawn too early in the game, which is something that he did. And yeah, this wasn't the best thing because of pushing. I had to take, but yeah. All was well here, and at a certain point I was looking at this move already, so I was already thinking about this here to pin, of course, and my bishop is protected by my queen. However, he had g6, which is simply stops my idea. So he didn't do, I wasn't able to do that then, but then he played queen g6 for some unclear reason. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bots are usually a lot less strong than actual 1600 players. I don't think a 1600 player would play queen g6. I mean, let's say you have this position as black. There are not a lot of 1600 players that would play queen g6 here. I mean, it looks nice because you're attacking this, but yeah, I mean, a 1600 player would probably spot this. So it's a little bit of luck, but still I think it was an instructive game. Yeah, just trying to attack, going for the weak spots here. Of course, this was a weak spot. Of course, I wanted to pin here, of course, which is a very nice idea. It is not the best move, but of course it is always good because you're trying to take advantage of the spin. His light squared bishop was just really bad the entire game. It didn't really do anything, and we were able to be annoying. Here we got our knight to d6, and at a certain point we just took the knight, we took the bishop, which usually, if you look at this position, usually I would advise to trade this knight for this bishop. In like 99% of the games it is not a good trade. However, in this situation, of course, because after trading you can take here, it is a good move because now you get your queen active, and yeah, it just loses a pawn for him, so obviously a good move. And as you can see here, also knight e5 is the best move, very instructive as well. I think a lot of beginners or even intermediate players, what they tend to do is they tend to they are too fixated on losing certain pieces after they are being attacked. So sometimes I see a little bit of lower rated players, like everywhere between like 1200 and 2000 rated players. They tend to be too fixated on losing a rook or losing a pawn, even though there is something better on the board, because they don't see that there is another idea here that is better. And it quite often happens with pawns. Pawns aren't always important. Sometimes if you're having an attack and you're on the initiative and you're attacking the opponent's king, and there's a pawn hanging on the other side of the board, you don't have to focus on that pawn. You can just leave it hanging. I mean, even though the opponent gets to take it, it doesn't always necessarily have to be a bad thing. Sometimes it is though. But yeah, you should look at your attack, evaluate how strong it is, and how much of an advantage you can get if you are going to proceed with that attack, instead of wasting tempo by moving a pawn or protecting it. So that is a very important thing, I think. And obviously knight e5 here is very good, and the reason this is very good is because okay, so apparently this was even better. So there was a mate here which I didn't see. It's probably something like this, right? Yeah. Okay. So there was a mate which which I didn't see, but this is also good because now I can take a free rook, and that is obviously also good. But yeah, like I mentioned, so here this is even better, of course, which makes sense. So this is actually our only real miss in the game, I think. Yeah, we played a pretty good game, but this is of course not very good. Knight f7 would have been better. So, however, also very instructive. You're already up, I don't know, 7 points in material here. So just trade the queen for the rook and go for the bishop. And then in this situation, this is pretty much unlosable. I mean, you can still lose this, but then you have to somehow blunder your rook against a sole king. So yeah, I mean, that usually shouldn't happen if you are careful. But yeah, obviously one other thing, like I mentioned, very important in endgames. If you have a rook against an enemy king, you should block the king off. Kings are usually one of the best pieces in the endgame. If they get active, they are very important. So yeah, if you can, you should just simply prevent it. Obviously also here, I could have gone here, and then after this you can just chase him or something, or go here. Okay, so this is apparently just mate. So yeah, there are better moves, and there was a quicker way to do this. But obviously taking all the pawns and yeah, just cutting him off is also very instructive. And yeah, just making a second rook and you know, just made him like this. Yeah, so quite a few instructive things, I think, and hopefully you guys like this video, and it can help you get better at chess. And see you guys in the next one. Bye.